You no longer need to live in fear. The mutant threat is being contained as we speak.
What Orcus lacks in subtlety, they make up for in hubris. It's time they learn the cost of playing with fire.
We got Emma Frost X-Men in the game. Great character. Let's see what she's bringing to the table. Her basic attack is called Gleaming Strike. She's going to attack the primary target for damage, apply regeneration for 2 turns, then an additional regeneration for 1 turn to the most injured ally. She's also going to put barrier on that individual for 10% of her max health. Now, if she's mind controlled and she's forced to attack somebody on her team, if it's an astral character, since she is a member of the astral team, she'll be doing less damage to that character. Going back to those regenerations, notice that it's not all stacked up. There's a stack of 2 regens and then a solo regen. I think that's sitting there just in case you get abilities stripped, or if you can get abilities flipped. In that case, perhaps you can still have a regen to heal that character. Let's go take a look and see how it looks in game. So we got Emma at the upper left hand corner. She's going to use that basic ability, Gleaming Strike. There we go. And you see the regen proc at the bottom there. We didn't see who it was. It is Phyla Vel. And notice how she has the regen for 2 and then a solo regen. Hopefully she can save one of them for a rainy day if something bad were to happen.
I'm here to reclaim what your twisted little team has taken. Did you really think you could meddle with mutant kind and face no consequences?
The pursuit of knowledge demands sacrifice, and if you think you can disrupt that, you're sorely mistaken.
She thinks knowledge alone makes her powerful. Pity. I'll teach her what true control feels like. Now, tell me everything you've been hiding. It's time you learned obedience.
You may have won this round, but there's much you don't know, Frost. This is only the beginning.
Emma Frost is no joke, and they're definitely doing her justice in this game. Let's take a look at her special ability, Dazzling Domination. You're going to attack the primary target for damage and apply an ability block for 1 turn, defense down for 2 turns. This is one of her mind control attacks. So she's going to control the enemy with the highest damage to attack your primary target. The character that you mind controlled will get 50% damage increase for this attack. They'll also have offense down. Now that's important because the 50% is just going to bring them back up to normal damage because they have the offense down during the attack. However, when that bad guy goes to attack you later, he's still going to have offense down. You're going to get defense up for 2 turns for yourself and all allies. And in Battle World and War, if you got that Awaken ability, you also get a barrier on yourself and all Astral and X-Men allies for 20% of Emma's max health. And this attack is unavoidable. Let's take a peek in game. We're going to go after Sentinel here. Remember, it's a mind control attack. We're dropping an ability block on him. We're pulling the mind control, in this case from Nimrod. He's going to get offense down to make that attack. Defense up on our squad all the way around, but notice Nimrod retains the offense down, so when it's his turn, he's still doing less damage.
Still working for Orcus, are we? Funny how quickly machines lose their purpose without a leash. Beneath all that steel and programming, there's still a soul, a memory of who she was. It's time to remind her.
You reached into the depths of my mind and pulled me out of the darkness. I don't know how to thank you.
Emma's ultimate ability is Psychic Wrath. You're going to attack the primary target for damage plus 10% of the target's max health. Great help against null, right? You're using that individual's health against them. It can chew up big chunks of damage. If the person does not have trauma, then you're going to copy and clear all negative effects except stun from all Astral and X-Men allies to yourself. Then you're going to copy and clear all those negative effects from you to your primary target. In addition, you're going to mind control all enemies that are adjacent to your primary target to attack it. All those characters are going to get 50% extra damage in the process. You're going to put barrier on yourself and all allies for 30% of Emma's max health and apply immunity to yourself and all Astral and X-Men allies. Amazing ability. We're going to go after the Black Knight here. He's in between another Black Knight and Ares. So we go ahead and hit him, mind control these two other individuals. So this Black Knight goes and this Ares goes and he's out of there. Now there's a lot happening. So we're going to go ahead and look at it again from another angle, this time on the hero side. What you want to be mindful of is Doctor Strange has an ability block. So we transferred that to that particular Black Knight. In addition, we're going to go ahead and see the immunities pop up on our side and barrier if we needed it. Her passive ability is Reformed Queen, Brilliant Teacher. So on spawn, she's giving defense up to herself and our allies. And if you're an Astral member or X-Men, you're going to get barrier for 30% of Emma's max health. The first time one of your Astral allies falls below 50%, you're going to clear all the negative effects from that character, give them barrier for 30% of Emma's max health. In Battle World and War, whenever Emma, another Astral ally or an X-Men ally gets disrupted, you're going to clear that disrupted and apply immunity instead. Very interesting wording. It doesn't flip it. It clears the disrupted and applies immunity instead. Non-mythic enemies cannot have their speed increase except by positive effects. So Super Skrull is a mythic character. He's still going to be able to ramp his speed bar up against the Astral team, but Old Man Logan will not. So we see the passive ability proc there. We got the defense up, we got the barrier, and we just want to highlight here going against Spider Weaver. Because she gets the charges, she should miss, right? People should miss on the attacks, but because these are mind control attacks and it's her allies doing the attack, they still hit because the detriment applies to the enemies. Just a little piece of the puzzle to keep in mind. We got lots more for Emma Frost to teach us.
Karima, they were hiding something in your mind. This changes everything.